What's going on, you guys? I was gonna go live, but the Super Bowl about to start and all that, right? But Blair the Flair Cobbs was talking a lot more shit than just about Boo's Ennis. He calls out Terence Crawford. He says a lot about Errol Spence Jr. Says that he can't take Errol Spence Jr. seriously. But before we get to that, let's see what he said about Terence Bud Crawford. Blair the Flair Cobbs is talking major shit. And let's see what he had to say.
I definitely want that. I want that smoke. Terence Crawford, I dare you to fight me. You ain't fighting nobody else. You ain't fighting nobody else, man. Yes, you have a handpick of fighters of the litter that are not real attractions. You have Blair the Flair, a big major attraction that's talking the most shit, and you're gonna have a big promotional fight on your hands. Why not sign to a fight to your doom to fight Blair the Flair? Why not?
Wow.
And give Blair the Flair a shot.
Blair the Flair Cobbs wants a shot at Terence Bud Crawford. Blair the Flair Cobbs said, you ain't fighting nobody else. You might as well fight me, a major attraction.
He sure as hell needed. I mean, he sure as hell been through it too. He's been through the fucking shit and the fucking hell. There's nobody that deserves a better shot than Blair the Flair, period.
Wow. Salute to the boxing voice for that clip. Yeah, so that's what he said about Terence Bud Crawford. Blair the Flair Cobbs had a lot to say about some of everybody in the welterweight division. He also spoke about a lot of the younger fighters. Said he don't like them. A lot of dudes want to just skip fighting all the tough fights just to get to the top, then so they can say they can do this. He said a lot of the shit. A lot of dudes using the politics and all this shit. But yeah, he also spoke about Errol Spence Jr. And yeah, he said quite a bit about Errol Spence. Let me go ahead and play the sound clip. Let's see what we get here. I think it's around here. Let's see.
To get put in a position where as though, let's say it's even a 50-50 fight. Is it really a 50-50 fight? Have they ever been in a 50-50 fight? I hate the fact that like we would have fighters that's like highly ranked that didn't fight anybody that was actually at the top 10 ranking. How? You know, you're talking
I believe
about,
here he's talking about the lightweight division. He's talking about basically what the fighters are doing today. I'm skip to the Spence part. Hold up.
And I hate bringing up Ennis because Ennis is a good fighter. You know what I mean? He is a good boxer. He's a good boxer that definitely deserves an ass whooping from Blair the Flair. But like, just to be fucking straight honest,
you're gonna make me spit up my little energy drink here.
At what place did this man actually fight a top 10 fighter to be placed at top 10? We talk about Virgil. We talk about Conor Ben. All these young fighters. And I don't want to talk bad about them. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, who fought a real top 10 147 fighter? That don't talk about no goddamn guy that just happened to move up in weight from 140 that had really no business even being in a weight class anyways. You know, or somebody that took the money, you know.
I like what you're saying.
You know, they take the money.
He's right.
You know,
listen, Sergey moved up. Delorme has been a title challenger for a long
shit, he talking about Boots right now.
At 140.
But that same question could be asked about you. Who is your top 10 win?
That's the thing. But you know how crazy, you know the difference.
Good question.
Other guys. I actually want the smoke. Like the thing is, right?
But
like,
that's what Ennis is saying. Ennis is saying the same thing you're saying.
Nah. Ain't nobody saying what I'm saying. See, the thing is, look, all these young fighters that ain't really like been tested like that. Notice one thing. Not one of them are calling each other out. They want to get to the top, and then it's like, okay, fine. Then we can talk about it. They want to fight.
So you're saying Ennis isn't calling out Virgil. Virgil isn't calling out Ennis. Conor isn't calling out Ennis. they not calling you out. I get what you're saying.
Exactly. That's a big difference. That's where you see who's a man and who's really not a man.
Would you take a title shot with Crawford or Spence first?
Look, I can't take Spence serious right now.
Wow.
At all. Why? Because
Blair, why you wilding?
We really don't know.
He's a unified champ.
Why? Why is he unified champ?
Because he beat
Sean
Porter. And
how long ago was that?
Kelbrook.
How the fuck is he even keeping these belts? How?
What you mean?
Like, if you don't fight,
He's never been
belt,
inactive. He's never gone 12 months inactive.
I mean, well,
yes, he has.
Well, part of it,
Yes,
he did. He went 14 months, but part of it was the car accident. But another part was the pandemic. I mean, you were inactive longer. If you want to,
Yeah, but
definitely.
I mean, he obviously got an extension because he defended his mandatory with Danny Garcia for the WBC.
Right, and then obviously he was.
How did you think about that fight? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, Danny doesn't let his hands go these days, man. It's been a long time since he stopped letting his hands go. He reminds me of Adrian Broner right now. They're more defense than offense.
He got comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the money. We were talking about that with Paulie. You get to it's not necessarily just money, but it's like you said, comfort. You get to a certain level in your career, and you just stop taking risks.
That's
you got a family at home. You got business.
Yeah.
So Blair, I mean, with your comments saying you can't take Spence serious, what do you say to the fan that says, well, Spence's resume at 147 is way superior to Terence Crawford's?
No.
You think Crawford has a better resume at 47?
No, absolutely not. But the thing is, right, what we're looking at is like we don't know really where Errol Spence really lands, where he stands. Let's just put it like this.
And that's what I said too. We don't know where Errol Spence really at. We just really don't know.
Why did that Manny Pacquiao fight not happen?
The detached retina.
Well, no.
Okay, hold up.
No,
Now you said detached retina.
No.
His
timeline is wrong. Timeline is wrong. Pac beat your record.
Earl currently has the third highest attendance there.
And Canelo has two of the highest.
Right. Canelo did 73 with Billy Joe, 53 with Liam Smith. Errol did 48 with Mikey Garcia.
So believe me, if Pacquiao wanted some money, both in ticket sales and in pay-per-view, he did.
I had to fast forward a bit because basically what he said was that Manny Pacquiao ducked Errol Spence back when he hopped in the ring and did all that back in 2019 before Errol Spence went and fought Sean Porter.
Jumped on that. He didn't.
I like one. You can check this out. Pacquiao is doing a lot, so like fitting that into his schedule, as like a major influence in his country and trying to become the president and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, but like one thing I do know for sure is that Pacquiao really don't care. He don't care. Like, he truly believes that he's the greatest of all times. So like he really don't care. Like, I don't think that, not for one moment, that he was actually afraid of a Errol Spence. Now the thing is, right, we fast forward later on, they finally get the fight done, and then like Pacquiao's training 100% for a Errol Spence fight.
As a Bon Voyage fight though, Blair. As a last hurrah, my last paycheck.
It don't even matter because the thing is, like, I'm not even watching Pacquiao. You know what I'm watching? Errol Spence. My eyes is like, first of all, these two fighters, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, I've been watching these guys like more than they probably ever watched themselves. You know what I'm saying? I know them more than they know themselves. And like when I say that, like, one of the things that I can't really take serious right now with Earl is because, like, what happened? And then we say, and then this happened, the detached retina. You know how you get a detached retina in fucking sparring? He must have been getting his ass kicked. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I've been saying. How did he get that detached retina? If it ain't from something that's outside of boxing, then and if it's something that happened because of boxing, then he likely was getting his ass whooped going into that camp with Manny Pacquiao.
Like, we don't know how really bad that accident had plagued him. We don't know how, like, we don't know what position Errol really is in. I remember when like at one time they were like, it was like finally Errol is talking about fighting Terence Crawford. That's because like he literally just got out of a fucking accident and he's probably shot. And like in his mind of like, oh shit, I'm shot. Like I might as well just go ahead and make the money. You know what I see? I see a lot of fear in Errol Spence.
Wow. Wow. See, I didn't go past this part. All this is fresh to your boy.
I see
a man that doesn't
fear.
take tune-ups. You see fear?
Yes.
Explain.
I see a lot of fear.
Please explain.
Look, you don't need to take a tune-up for like Mikey Garcia is a tune-up for him. He's tailor-made for him.
Danny Garcia is a tune-up.
I mean,
your Philadelphia boy.
Danny Garcia. Yeah, at that particular time, yes, he's a tailor-made fight.
Ugas is a tune-up because he's coming over a detached retina straight into Ugas.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that. But
well, that's happening. April 16th and AT&T.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. But let's just put like
3-belt unification.
Ugas is the weaker fighter out of everybody.
Wow. Yo, Ugas out here in Vegas, man.
Wow.
I know.
He gonna give you some work, man.
Somebody, let's see what happens to fucking Ugas when he gets in the ring with Blair Flair. It happened already.
Oh, so you sparred him at Silas?
Man, I spanked him so bad. I discarded who the hell he was. I never knew who he was.
But this was before or after the belt? Before or after the belt?
Long before the belt.
Okay.
When I first came here, I came here out of shape at a 140 pounder. You know what I mean? And I see how, like, what's the damage like? Is he really good?
But we've been waiting to see damage from like the first accident, and it ain't there.
Lose anymore. You know, but these undefeated fighters, it's like, why are we caring so much about them to a point where we're invested so much, like even emotionally, to a point where we have to be like, oh man, I don't want him to fight that guy because I want him to keep his I want to see what happens when he gets tested.
And I agree with
boxing, you know what's special about boxing that you're not really going to see too much anywhere else. You know, when things get rough, you can see the spirit of a man, and that's the most inspiring shit in the world, and people want to see it. And they've been starved out.
Shout out Jerry Forrest. That was a beautiful.
I ain't gonna play no more. I'm sure Blair Flair had a lot more to say, but that was just what he said about Errol Spence, Jerron Ennis, and Terence Bud Crawford. I mean, yeah, he looking for the smoke. You know, he talking big shit about some of the top guys in the division. And he looking for his shot. You know, will Blair Cobbs get his shot? Who knows? We go see. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.